All right, welcome to another game of On Base Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of On Base. In this game, we're going to play Game 2 of the 2023 NL Wild Card Series between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. Game 1 went to Miami in 10 innings. They won on a go-ahead Arise single in the top of the 10th inning, shut down Philadelphia in the bottom of the 10th to take Game 1 8-7. This is Game 2, played on October 4th of this year, 2023. And we'll go through the lineups. No changes for Philadelphia, but a slight change for the Marlins. So for the Marlins, it's going to be Arise leading off and playing second. Soler's the DH. He's hitting second. Josh Bell at first. He is going to be hitting third. Chisholm, the center fielder, is the cleanup man. Jake Berger, a late season acquisition, is playing third base. Brian De La Cruz in left. Jesus Sanchez in right field. He's batting seventh. John Birdie is the shortstop. He's hitting eighth. And the one change is Jacob Stallings, the catcher, getting the start in this one. And on the bump is going to be Braxton Garrett, left-handed pitcher, 21 stamina and 362 FIP. So he'll be pitching out of column 2. And for the Phillies, it's going to be Schwarber leading off and DHing. Turner is the shortstop. He's hitting second. Alec Boehm is at third. He's the third place hitter. Harper is the cleanup man. He's playing at first base. Real Muto is catching. Castellanos in right field. He'll be hitting sixth. Stott is at second, the seventh place batter. Christian Pache is in left, and he is going to be hitting eighth. And the ninth place hitter is Josh Rojas for, I believe his name is Josh, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Johan Rojas. Johan, I have to remember that. Josh Rojas plays for Arizona, I think, or used to. All right, Rojas in center field. We'll just call him Rojas. And on the bump for the Phillies is going to be the mainstay in their rotation for a long time, Aaron Nola. He's a right-handed pitcher, 25 stamina, a horse, and 375 is his Sierra, so he's also going to be pitching out of this second column. All right, so we are set for Game 2, Marlins at the Phillies. First up is going to be Arise, Soler, and Bell. And Nola just finishing up his warm-up pitches, and Arise stands in. Arise, a left-handed batter, contact guy, no pitch he can't hit. And let's see what he does here on the first play of the game. The pitch is in, Arise swings, and that's going to be a ground out. That goes a little tapper out in front of the plate. Stallings is able to get to it, and he gets it down to first in time. That's going to be out number 1. Brings up Jorge Soler, powerful hitter. But here he's going to swing through one. That will be a strikeout for Soler, as he doesn't swing through it. That's going to be looking. So Aaron Nola gets him for out number 2. Josh Bell to the plate. 56 is going to be a blank here. Let's see what Bell has got. Bell is a 5. So that's going to be a strikeout for Bell as he goes down looking as well. 2 strikeouts to end the inning for Aaron Nola. And we head to the bottom of the first inning. No score. And it will be Schwarber, Turner, and Boehm for the Phillies. A 26 for Garrett. 26 is going to be nothing here. And off of Schwarber's card, that's going to be a single with an error check. So that's a single to right field. Let's check the right fielder for the error. This is Jesus Sanchez. He fields it cleanly, gets it back in, and that's going to be a knock for Kyle Schwarber. Brings up Trey Turner. This will be a tailor-made ground ball double play right to the first baseman. Hit hard, but right at the first baseman, and they're going to go 3-6-3 on the double play turn. So they get the out at second base and back to first, and Turner is out by the blink of an eye, and that's 2 down in the inning with Alec Boehm coming to the plates. A 23 is going to be a ground out with an error check, so that goes to the second baseman. Second baseman is Arise. Arise makes the play. He's a minus fielder. They got quite a few minus fielders here, but no problem there, as he makes a nice play on the run, gets the throw to first, and that's going to be out number 3. So we head to the top of the second inning, no score, and it'll be Chisholm, Berger, and De La Cruz for the Fish. 16 for Chisholm. Chisholm is a 1, so that's going to be a fly ball. That goes out to straightaway right field. No problem out there in right for Castellanos as he makes the play for out number 1. Jake Berger stands in. Berger with the big home run in game 1 that tied the game and got the Marlins right back into it off of Wheeler. So he's hitting out into this third column. A 45 there is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to right field again. Doesn't have to stop, or doesn't have to go anywhere. Right in his tracks, Castellanos squeezes it for the out. And that's going to bring up Brian De La Cruz. Left-handed, or right-handed batter playing left field. He's a -7 batting run, so that puts him in this very far column. 35 is going to be a strikeout as Nola gets him swinging through a fastball. Can't catch up to it, and that's going to be 3 down for the Marlins in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. It is Harper, Real Muto, and Castellanos for the Phillies. Still no score. And Braxton Garrett on the mound. 25, that's going to be a fly out with an error check. So it's a fly ball to center field. Let's see, the center fielder is Jazz Chisholm. Chisholm played a good center field out there, really adapted to playing center field. He was a second baseman coming up, but played really well. Plus defender in center field. So that was a successful transition for Jazz Chisholm. Next up is going to be Real Muto, the catcher, a 36. 36 for Real Muto, who had kind of a down year altogether. Excuse me, only a +1 batting runs. He, what's a 36? The 36 is going to be a fly ball. Sorry about that. He hits it to the opposite field. And in right field is Sanchez, and he'll range over and make the play for out number 2. Brings up Bryson Scott. Scott is going to hit it hard, but he's going to hit it right. Actually, this is going to be a foul out. So he gets under it. Sorry about that. And he's going to foul out to the catcher. So we're going to say foul out to 2. And that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Braxton Garrett. Nice start to this one. Nice, quick and crisp start. Miami comes up to the plate. Their last 3, Sanchez, Birdie, and Stallings, will come up against Aaron Nola in the third. Sanchez, left-hand hitting batter. He's a 4 batting runs. 16 is going to be a fly out. That's going to go out to center field. And in center field, Rojas makes the play. Glides over easily and squeezes it for the out. Next up is John Birdie. Birdie is a 1 batting runs. That's going to be a strikeout for him as Nola gets him swinging through a curveball. And both pitchers have everything working today so far. Jacob Stallings is the next batter. A 36 to a really bad hitter is going to be a fly ball to left center field. That's going to be caught by the left fielder, Pache. For out number 3. So another 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola. And we head to the bottom of the third inning. It is no score to no score. For the Phillies, last 3 in the order, Stott, Pache, and Rojas. 16, that's going to be a fly ball. That goes out to straightaway left. Out there is De La Cruz, and he's going to squeeze it for out number 1. Garrett to Christian Pache. Pache had a good game in game number 1. Starts this one with a fly out, and that's going to go to left center field. Ranging over is De La Cruz, and he's made both outs in the inning so far. So 2 down, and the 9th place hitter Rojas comes to the plate. 33 could be trouble. To a 2 batting runs. That's going to be a home run as Johan Rojas reaches out and touches him. He ekes it over the right field wall. And that's going to be a solo shot for the first runs of the game. Not the guy anyone would have pegged for a home run, but yeah, he puts Philly ahead 1-0 with a little poke shot down the right field line, stayed just inside the fair pole. And that's going to bring up Schwarber. Schwarber with the big strikeout. He looks at strike 3. Can't believe it. But Philly does take the lead. They have a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the 4th inning. For Miami, it's back to the top of the order. Arise, Soler, and Bell. Miami yet to get a hit in this one. That could change here. 66 for Arise, who's a 25. That's going to be a single, and not just a single, but a long single. Doesn't matter for him as his speed is only a 3. If he was a 6 or a 7 like these guys, he would have turned that into a hustle double, but as it is, he stays at first base and got hold of Jorge Soler coming to the plate. A 26 is going to be a blank off the pitcher's side. A 26 here is going to be a single with an error check. So we're going to get a single here. And let's check the error. That goes up the middle to the center fielder. And no error on the play. So station to station baseball here. As Rojas makes a good play, gets it back in. And that brings up Josh Bell. Josh Bell struck out in his first at-bat. He's going to fly out here, but it does say fly out with an advance. So that's a fly ball to deep left field. And both runners get a good bead on it. And they are going to advance on the F7. Which is going to put 2 in scoring position for the Fish. Jazz Chisholm to the plate. This looks like it's going to be a line out. 55 is going to be a line out. So if this is a 6 or greater, it's a foul out, but as it is, it's a line drive. And that's going to be a line out to first. So L3, everybody stays put. And one more chance for Jake Berger. A single is going to score 2, and that would put the Marlins ahead. Berger is an 8 batting runs. That's actually going to be a long single. And Berger is going to come through in the clutch with a 2-run single. That's going to put Miami ahead 2-1 over the Phillies. So Jake Berger continues his hot hitting as he is at first base. Long single, if again, if he had a speed of 6, he would turn that into a hustle double. But as it is, he's going to stick to first base. And that's going to bring up De La Cruz. De La Cruz gets struck out by Aaron Nola. And that's going to be the 3rd out. But Nola gives up 2 in that inning on a 2-out, 2 RBI single from Jake Berger. And Miami takes the lead 2-1. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's going to be Turner, Bohm, and Harper. Turner grounded into a 3-6-3 double play in his first at-bat. A 15 is going to be a base knock for Turner. That goes to right center field. Turner at first base. Let's go ahead and try to steal with him. I think that's what they would do in real life. He's a 7, so 1-7, he's safe, and he is in there under the tag for a stolen base. Runner in scoring position now for the Phillies. Alec Bohm. Bohm hits it hard, but he hits it right at somebody. Who does he hit it to? He hits it right at the right fielder, so on a line. So we're going to say, we're going to say L6. So right to the shortstop. Hustling back to the bag is Turner, but the shortstop, Birdie, makes a nice play on that line drive. That's going to be out number 1. So 1 out with a runner at second base. Bryce Harper to the plate, big left-handed batter. Former MVP, and he is going to ground out, but that's going to have a runner advance to it. So let's see. Come on. And that's a little tapper to third base that the third baseman Berger has to come in on. He gets it to first in time, but that's going to allow the runner to advance to third. So that's 2 outs now, and a runner at third. Base hit, scores 1, and ties it up. Let's see if Real Muto can come through. 45 for the catcher. He is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to center field. And out in center field is, who's out there? Chisholm. He's going to make the play. The Phillies strand 1 at third base in scoring position. And they are behind 2-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. It's Sanchez, Birdie, and Stallings for the Fish. A 26 to Sanchez is going to be a ground out as he hits a little tapper out in front of the plate. Real Muto, excellent defensive catcher, gets out, makes the throw to first for out number 1. Brings up John Birdie. 56 to Birdie is going to be a strikeout as he can't catch up to the Nola fastball. Puts it right on the outside corner, and that's out number 2. Jacob Stallings to the plate. Stallings flied out to left field in his first at bat. He is going to fly out in this at bat to right field, and he's giving the outfielders a little bit of work, extra practice. 1, 2, 3, go the fish. In the top of the 5th inning, we go to the bottom of the 5th, 2-1 Miami. Miami looking to close this one out. If they get a win, they will move on to the next round. Philadelphia trying to hang on to force it to a game 3. And let's see what can happen here. Castellanos, Stott, and Christian Pache in the bottom of the 5th. So Castellanos is a 7 batting runs. That's going to be a long single. Castellanos not great speed, so he's just going to stay at first base. And that will be runner at first with nobody out, and Bryson Stott to the plate. 14 to a 1 batting runs is going to be either a hit by pitch or a walk. It's a hit by pitch if it's a 1. The roll is a 3, so that's going to be a single followed by a walk, and that puts 2 runners on with nobody out. And let's see, Christian Pache had a good game in the first game. Let's see what he does here. This looks like another walk. It is. That's going to be back-to-back walks. And all kinds of trouble here, as Miami's got bases loaded, nobody out. Rojas is coming up. He had a home run in his first at bat. What we're going to do is we're going to play the corner infielders in. We are going to play the middle infielders back, which means they're at double play depth. So anything to second base or shortstop is going to be a try for a double play at second. Anything to a corner infielder, a double play is going to start at home to first. Or if there's a ground out, they're just going to go straight home. So, and get the lead runner. We got a 35. 35 could be a strikeout. Could be a huge play here. It is. That's a strikeout, and a huge one for Braxton Garrett as he gets a big first out. That's out number 1. And with the bases loaded, we're going to still play the same configuration with the corners in. They're looking for a double play. Kyle Schwarber, he is not going to give it to him. A 33 instead is going to be big. 33 to Kyle Schwarber is going to be a double. And that's going to clear, well, we'll see if it clears the bases, but that's going to be a 2-bagger. That goes right down the left field line as he gets it past the third baseman. The third baseman is Berger. So that's going to bring home 1, 2, and I might regret this, but we're going to leave Pache at third base. So we're going to have runners at second and third with 1 out. As Schwarber drives in 2, that gives Philadelphia the 3-2 lead. And we got Turner and Bohm coming up. Let's see if they can knock in these runs. 14 is going to be a walk, another walk. That's going to reload the bases. So bases loaded again. Going to go back to our configuration. Corners in, middle infield back, and let's see what can happen. They got Alec Bohm to the plate, a 23. 23 is going to be a ground ball. That's going to go to short. That's not going to be enough for a double play. We do need to check and see if there's an error on Birdie. No error on the play. So Birdie makes the play, but he's going to have to just get the 1 at second base. So that's going to be out number 2. Runner moves up to third. Runner scores on the fielder's choice. And Bohm is going to be at first on a 6-4 fielder's choice. So runners at the corners. He gets an RBI. 3 runs in for the Phillies here in the 5th, and they lead 4-2. Braxton Garrett trying to work his way out of this one. A 14 is not going to do it. 14 is going to be a base knock, and that's going to score another run. Pushes a runner to third base from first, but that's going to be an RBI from Harper. 4 runs in the inning now. It's now 5-2. 36 goes to Rio Muto. That'll be a fly ball to right center field. Tracking it down in right is Jesus Sanchez, but the damage was definitely done as the Phillies put up 4 runs in the 5th, and they take a 5-2 lead as we head to the top of the 6th inning. And a rough one there for Braxton Garrett. So 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to bring him out. He goes 5 innings, gives up 5 runs, and had a stellar start going until he got to the 5th, and Philly just did him in. All right, let's see what happens with Aaron Nola in the top of the 6th. Can he answer with a good 6th inning? It'll be at the top of the order. Arise, Soler, and Bell up for Miami. 24 is going to be a good start. That's going to be a strikeout as he gets Arise on a rare strikeout. And it'll be Soler to the plate. Soler 1 for 2. 36 is going to be a fly ball that goes down the line in right field. Nice play by the right fielder Castellanos as he comes over and he makes a running catch right at the line. And that'll bring up Josh Bell. Bell is 0 for 2. He's got a strikeout and a fly out. He's going to get another fly out here. This time goes to center field. Tracking it down is Rojas in the gap. That's going to be another 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola, and Miami is down by 3. 5-2. And we need to get a new pitcher here. So let's get that new pitcher in the game. All right, coming into the game is going to be Steven Okert. He's a left-handed pitcher, can go 4 batters. 364 Sierra. So he'll also be pitching out of the second column. It's going to end the day for Braxton Garrett. Goes 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, and 2 Ks. Really, that last inning, all 3 walks in that last inning, just lost his control, and Philadelphia made him pay. So Okert will come in. Let's see if he can provide a little relief here against this Phillies offense. Into the bullpen now for the Fish. Bottom of the 6th inning, 5-2 is our score. And for Philadelphia, it's going to be the bottom of the order, Castellanos, Stott, and Christian Pache. 35 is going to be a strikeout against Castellanos, and that'll be a strikeout looking. That's a good start for Okert. Standing in is the left-handed batter, Bryson Stott. Stott is going to hit a long single here, and Stott has a good speed, so he's actually going to turn that into a hustle double. So right out of the box, he hits that one down the left field line, and he turns that into a double. So 2-bagger for Stott. He's standing at second base with Christian Pache at the plate. Pache at 25 is going to be a fly out. We have an error check on Jazz Chisholm. No error on the play, so out to center field. Chisholm makes the play. That's out number 2. No movement from the runner at second base, and that'll bring up Rojas with a chance to add to the lead with an RBI single. 36 is not going to get it done. That's going to be a fly ball out to right center field. Chasing it down in right field is Jesus Sanchez, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So Philadelphia gets a runner into scoring position but can't bring him home in the 6th. We head to the top of the 7th. It's going to be Chisholm, Berger, and De La Cruz against Aaron Nola. Nola only at 21 pitches or 21 batters. He can go 25 before we even have to do anything with him. So he's going to be facing off against Chisholm, Berger, and De La Cruz in the 7th. 5-2 is our score. Little game reset, and looks like Jazz Chisholm is going to give the home crowd something to groan about. A 34 is going to be a 2-bagger, and that is over the right fielder's head as Jazz Chisholm rips one into right field, and that's going to be a runner in scoring position right off the bat for Miami, who's trying to get back into this one. And look who it is. It's Burger Bombs. He is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. A 33 is going to be a bomb. And Jake Burger just keeps coming through as he hits a 2-run shot. That is to right center field as he rips one at Citizens Bank Ballpark, and they are quiet, sitting on their towels right now. Oh, 2-run shot. That brings the Marlins to within 1. That's exactly, almost exactly what happened in game 1, as he had a 3-run homer. But Jake Burger with 4 RBIs, driven in all 4 runs for Miami. And what a pickup. And we got another 33. This goes to De La Cruz this time. Oh, it's going to be a ground out. That's a ground ball to Bohm. Bohm throws him out for out number 1. Only 1 out, 2 already in. And Jesus Sanchez to the plate. Sanchez 0 for 2. Make that 0 for 3 as he is caught looking on a Nola fastball, looking for that curve, and sneak the fastball by him. And it'll be John Birdie. 2 down in the 7th inning. 5-4 is our score. Birdie, a right-handed batter, a 56, is going to be a strikeout, and that'll be a strikeout swinging as Nola gets him going fishing, and that is the 3rd out. So Nola comes back strong with a couple of strikeouts after giving up the 2-run blast to Jake Burger. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going to get a new pitcher for Miami. New pitcher for the Marlins is going to be Tanner Scott. Left-handed pitcher. He can go 4 batters, 266 Sierra, so he'll be pitching out of this first column. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 1 K for Stephen Okert, who had a nice outing for Miami. Scott is going to be facing off against the top of the order here. It will be Schwarber, Turner, and Bohm. And let's see if he can burn through them in the 7th inning. 56 is going to be a hit by a pitch or a walk. That's a walk taken by Schwarber. Don't know why I did that. He's a true 3 outcomes guy. Really good eye. In fact, if he calls it, if he doesn't think it's a strike, it probably wasn't. 45, this is to Turner. 45 is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to center field. Jazz Chisholm is there to make the play, and that's going to be out number 1. 1 down with a runner at first, and Alec Bohm to the plate. Bohm with 1 RBI, but he hasn't had a hit yet. 36 to a 4 is going to be another fly ball. This time it's to right field. And in right center field, Jesus Sanchez makes the play for out number 2. And brings up Bryce Harper. Harper with an RBI single on his last at bat. He hits this one really hard. But that's going to be a line out. And that goes to the second baseman. So L4 on the putout. As Arise makes a really nice running catch on that line drive. Strands the runner at first base. And we have quite a ball game going here. It is 5-4. Philadelphia over Miami in the top of the 8th inning. For the Marlins, it's going to be Stallings, Arise, and Soler. I think, let me see here. Let's go with what we did in game 1. We're going to bring in Garrett Hampson for the catcher. So he's going to be pinch hitting in the 8th. The Marlins need to get some sort of offense going. Garrett Hampson provided a little bit of a spark in game 1 as he had an RBI double off the bench and came home on the Arise go-ahead single. So we got a pinch hitter for Jacob Stallings. Stallings a minus 15. And we have upgraded to, let's see, what is Hampson? 0 minus 5. So, and he's a right-handed batter. So we've upgraded to a 0. So from this column to this column should help us out here, but we'll see. 56 is not going to do it, as we actually need to get a new pitcher in here too. Let me find a new pitcher for Philadelphia. All right, the new pitcher is going to be Alvarado. He only pitched a third of an inning, I believe, in game 1. Yeah, just a third of an inning, got 1 batter. So we're going to bring him back in game 2. No issue with the rest there. He's left-handed pitcher, 268 Sierra, and the lefty that throws gas out of the bullpen. For Aaron Nola, he's finished 7 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, no walks, and 9 Ks. Really, it was the Jake Berger home run that hurt him the most. He had only given up 2 before then, so I guess I should put a 2 spot there. So that's really what happened. There was a two-run inning there. And Alvarado is going to face off against the bottom of the order. This is going to be the pinch hitter Hampson, Arise, and then Soler. Let's just go ahead and re-roll that. A 16 is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to right field as Hampson gets a hold of it, but that's going to stay in the ballpark. In right field, Castellanos makes the play. Going to bring up Luis Arise. 36 to Arise. Alvarado pitching out of this first column, by the way. So 36 to Arise is going to be a fly ball that goes out to straightaway left. Can of corn out there. As the left fielder, Christian Pache makes the play. 2 down now in the 8th inning. Miami desperately looking for some offense. They got Jorge Soler coming to the plate, and a 34 is a good roll. Let's see what happens here. A 34 to Soler. This could be a home run. It's a strikeout if the D10 is an 8 or greater. It's not, and that's going to be a tie ball game. Jorge Soler just watches this one go down the line. It does stay fair, and we are tied. Oh my goodness. Whoo, Miami, the comeback kids, as they have tied it up at 5. Josh Bell in the game. He is a switch hitting first baseman. He's 0 for 3. Got a 26. He's going to be 0 for 4 as he gets caught looking from Alvarado. And that is out number 3, but not before Jorge Soler provides a little magic with a run in the 8th. And this game is tied at 5 apiece as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to get another pitcher for Miami, so let's get him in. All right, so a couple substitutions here. We bring in Nick Fortis to catch. He's here. He's coming in. Garrett Hampson flied out as a pinch hitter. On the mound, we have David Robertson, late season pickup at the trade deadline. So this is he's a right-hander, 4 stamina, 363 is his FIP, so he'll be out of this column 2 here. They got AJ Puck waiting in the wings, so let's see if anybody gets in trouble. He really shouldn't be coming in, but I'm going to use him anyway. We'll say they got a day off, but they didn't get a day off, so we can't say that. So it's going to be a little tight in the bullpen if we play fair, and I'll try to be as fair as I can against Philadelphia. It's hard as a Braves fan, but I'll try my best. All right, tie ball game going into the bottom of the 8th inning. Philadelphia looking to even the series here. They've got Real Muto, Castellanos, and Bryson Stott coming to the plate. So let's see if they can make any noise. A 13 is not going to do it. A 13 is going to be a ground out. And that is right back to the pitcher. Robertson flips it over to first for out number 1. And that is 1 down in the 8th. Brings up Castellanos. Castellanos is 1 for 3. He's going to induce a walk here, I believe. 7, yep. So that's going to be a walk as Castellanos on for the 2nd time in this game. So runner at first base with 1 out. Bryson Stott to the plate. Stott is 1 for 2. And he's got a 15 to a 1. That's going to be a base hit. That goes right up the middle. Castellanos is no threat to advance, as his speed is only a 4, so he's going to stay there. Runners at first and second now for Christian Pache. Pache, 26 is going to be a ground out. That's going to go to first base. No double play there, but we are going to get the lead runner as he goes 3-6 on the putout. Runner is going to advance to third on the fielder's choice. That'll be out number 2, sorry. And Pache will be on with the 3-6 fielder's choice. So runners at the corners, and Johan Rojas, he had a home run in his first at bat. Let's see what he's got here. 36 is not going to be a home run. That's going to be a fly ball. That goes out to center field. Chasing it down in the gap is going to be Jazz Chisholm. And Jazz makes an amazing play out in right center field to save a couple of runs. And to stymie the Phillies, that keeps the score at 5 as we go to the top of the 9th inning. We're going to get a new pitcher for Philadelphia. All right, new pitcher for the Phillies is going to be Craig Kimbrell. Kimbrell came into game 1 and took the loss. He gave up 3 hits and 1 run. Actually gave up the game-winning RBI to Arise. Let's see if he can atone for that in this game. He's got a tie ball game that he comes into. Alvarado 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. That was the Jorge Soler bomb to left field. And he had 1 strikeout with no walks. So the Philadelphia bullpen not pitching so well. Aaron Nola no longer on the hook for the win. He's going to get a no decision after pitching pretty well, actually. It's going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr. And it's going to be Craig Kimbrell. Kimbrell pitching out of this first column, so a 56 is going to be a strikeout as he gets Chisholm looking. That's out number 1. All right, facing the man of the hour, Craig Kimbrell against Berger. And this time, Kimbrell blows him away with a fastball. And that's going to be out number 2. 2 straight strikeouts for the Phillies closer. A 44 to De La Cruz. 44 to a -7. That's going to be a long single. De La Cruz, only 3 speed. So that's going to be a base knock for him as he hits it right back up the box. And the Marlins still have life. This is going to be Sanchez to the plate. 44 to a 4 is going to be another single. And with 2 outs, that's going to put a runner at first and a runner at third. So base hit to right field. And John Birdie can win it here, or at least put the Marlins ahead with the base knock. Let's see if he does. A 12 is not going to do it. That's going to be a ground out. The runners do advance, but with 2 outs, it doesn't matter. So that's going to be a little grounder to third base that goes across the diamond for Bohm, and Bohm throws out the batter. That is 3 down. So Kimbrell escapes a jam in the 9th. Tied at 5 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And we're going to bring in A.J. Puck. All right, we're going to bring in A.J. Puck, the Marlins closer. That's going to end the day for David Robertson. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 0 Ks. So Puck is going to be facing off against the top of the order, Schwarber, Turner, and Bohm. Uh-oh. This is going to be a good start. So Puck is pitching out of this first column. So 22 for Schwarber is going to be a double or a triple if the D9 is a 7. It's a 5. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's a 5. And that will be a 2-bagger as Kyle Schwarber to dead center field wraps one off the top of the wall. He almost ended it with a home run, but he's going to wind up at second base. Runner at second base with runner at second base with nobody out. No chance for a double play here. I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to put Turner on, so we're going to call this an intentional walk. That's going to bring in a double play situation for Alec Bohm. I'll tell you what, the Phillies are gonna counter with a surprise sacrifice bunt. So 1 or 2, he's going to be out. It's actually going to be the lead runner out. Otherwise, they'll have runners at second and third with only one out. The bunt is laid down safely. It's a sacrifice hit from Alec Boehm, who knew he could do it. And that's going to put runners at the corners with one out. And a very dangerous Harper to the plate. Infield is going to be in. Anything hit to an infielder will be a check of the runner at third and an out at first. So, and Harper. 34 is a blank here. 34 here is a home run. It's a strikeout if it's an 8, but it's an 8. Oh my gosh, it's a home run or it's a strikeout if it's an 8. Harper is a 29. He's barely here. Otherwise, that would have been a flyout and a chance to score. So as it is, it's a strikeout. AJ Puk comes up on the fastball and he throws it by Harper. Harper breaks his bat. He's in there breaking down the clubhouse. Oh my goodness. So runners at second and third now. A base hit still wins the game. But fly ball doesn't beat you. This is going to be JT Realmuto. Realmuto is 0 for the day. And a 24 is going to keep him there. That's going to be another strikeout. Swinging this time as Puk throws a slider. Oh my goodness. The Phillies with second and third and one out. And they cannot score. And we're going to head to extra innings. Let's bring in a new pitcher for the Phillies. All right, headed to our second extra inning game. For the Phillies, it's going to be Gregory Soto. Soto coming into the game. Kimbrel goes 1 inning. He gives up 2 hits but no runs. No walks and 2 Ks. Better outing than game 1. But we're still tied at 5, and it is overtime. I like to play just normal, regular old overtime rules. I don't do the runner at second. It's going to be Nick Fortes leading off. And he will, on the first pitch, 3-6-0 Sierra. So Soto is pitching on a column 2. A 44 is going to be a long single. Doesn't matter with his speed. That's going to be a base hit. And that goes just past the shortstop into left center field. Standing at first base is Nick Fortes. A 36, this goes to a rise. A 36 to a rise is going to be a fly ball. That fly ball goes down the right field line, but Castellanos is able to come over and make the play for out number 1. 1 down. Jorge Soler was the one who tied it in his last at bat. He's 2 for 4. Let's see if he can put the fish ahead here. A 34, he just might. 34 to a 19 batting runs. It's a home run. If it's a 1-7, it is a 1-7, and oh my goodness, Jorge Soler. He blasts one out to center field. That's a 2-run shot. His first one was a solo bomb that tied the ball game. His second one is a 2-run homer, and that puts up Miami 7-5, and Miami's magical season might be continuing. Let's see. Are they the new Diamondbacks? We have a 5 to Josh Bell. That's going to be hit hard, but right at the shortstop. So we're going to go L6 on the putout. Oh my goodness gracious. And Jazz Chisholm stands in. He's their last opportunity here in the 10th inning. In game 1, they won it in 10 innings. So let's see if that happens again. Left-handed batter, Jazz Chisholm, going against Gregory Soto. A 15 for Chisholm is going to be a base hit as he keeps the inning alive. He'll be at first base with 2 down. And Jake Berger to the plate. Berger also with a 2-run homer. He's got 4 RBIs in this game. Not going to get an RBI here as he strikes out looking. That's his second consecutive strikeout. But the Marlins strike for 2 in the 10th. It's 7-5. And Philadelphia looking desperately to hold on in this one. For the Marlins, let's see. Bring somebody in. maybe Nardi. Nardi was the one who came in and got the save last night. Let's go for that. And we're running out of room here with our pitchers. So Nardi is a left-hander. Got a lot of lefties in the bullpen there. 318 is his Sierra. AJ Puck comes in for 1 inning, and he gives up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 Ks. And just to backtrack a little bit how we got here, AJ Puck gives up a double. They intentionally walk Turner. There's a sacrifice hit, so a bunt gets runners to second and third with 1 out, and then strikeout of Harper and Real Muto to end the inning. Just clutch pitching. We're going to get another pitcher here. This is going to be Nardi. Nardi's got 2 runs to play with, so that's our strategy thinking. And it'll be Castellanos, Stott, and Christian Pache. Although, maybe we're going to hit for... we'd probably hit for Stott. Maybe. We'll see how things play out. All right, a 35. That goes to Castellanos. So our guy is pitching out of this first column. 35 to Castellanos is going to be a strikeout. Castellanos has got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Does have a couple of Ks. And that will be out number 1. So Bryson Stott to the plate. Let's stick with Stott because he's got better speed. That's really it, though. That's going to be another strikeout. He's in the same boat that Castellanos was, and so this is going to be a swing and a miss. And that is out number 2. Let's get a pinch hitter here. We're going to bring in Brandon Marsh. Just like we did in game 1. Marsh was really just what they had on the bench. I hope he was available. Left-handed batter. 15 batting runs. Eesh. I don't know why he wasn't playing. +6. Okay, they're just keeping him on the bench. I don't know. Maybe it's hurt. I'm not sure about that first round series. But got Brandon Marsh to the plate. He's pinch hitting here in the 10th inning. And this is the last out. Last opportunity for Philadelphia is Brandon Marsh. They're down by 2. He can't hit a 2-run home run. He can only hit a 1. 45 is going to be getting a single, actually. So base hit for Brandon Marsh, and that keeps the Phillies alive in this one. That'll bring up Rojas. Rojas is 1 for 4. He did have a home run in the first or third inning. All right. So Nardi facing off against the young Rojas, and he blows him away. So Nardi strikes out the side, strands the runner at first, and that is going to be it. Can you believe it? The Marlins flood the field. They can't believe it, as they are 7-5 winners over Philadelphia, and they win the series. I want to write Florida. But they win the series 2-0. And instead of Philly going on, Miami is going on to the next round. They'll face the Braves in round number 2. Let me go ahead and do the totals here, and then we'll get back to those. All right, and we're back with the totals. For Miami, it's 7 runs on 11 hits, no errors. So clean game from both teams, no errors. For Philadelphia, it's 5 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Player of the game, it's got to be Soler, right? He tied the game and won the game. It's got to be Soler. Puck gets the win. He comes in the 9th inning, shuts down the offense. The next inning, they come out. Soto is going to take the loss as he gives up 3 hits and 2 runs. So he gives up the initial base hit to Fortis, and then Soler with a 2-run jack, and then Chisholm kept the inning alive with another hit. No walks and 1 strikeout for Soto, but he's going to take the L. That's another closer. That's another bullpen guy taking a loss. Nola with a good start, 7 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs. 9 Ks and no walks. Really, the only blemish there was the 2-run homer. He had gave up a few hits here, but gave up the 2-run homer to Berger. There's a 2-homer game for Jorge Soler. He's 3 for 5 in this one. Scored 3 runs, drove in 3 runs, and he was just all over the place. For the Phillies, nice game here from Bryson Stott. It's 2 for 4. Really good game from Kyle Schwarber. 1, 2, 3 hits, 3 for 4. He had 2 RBIs here, had a 2 RBI double. Scored 1 run, had a walk, and yeah, just a smattering here. Johan Rojas had an RBI or a solo home run. Harper did have an RBI in the game. Bohm also had an RBI. So Phillies got production, just couldn't get over the hump. Once they got past the 5th inning, just nothing, no production. You can see here they got plenty of action on the bases, but just couldn't bring anybody home with a big hit. And the Miami Marlins are going to head to Atlanta to face another NL East division rival, as the National League Division Series is going to get going. We're going to play out the American League wild cards first, but in the National League, we're all set. It's going to be Miami at Atlanta, and it will be Milwaukee at LA. So should be a good one. And this is the end of this game. Miami wins 7-5. It's the end of this series. And stay tuned for more. I'm going to be trying to put out one of these a day. We'll see if we can burn through this 2023 playoffs. Already 2 surprises. So the 2 teams that won the initial wild cards in the National League are not going on in our tabletop replay. So this is how it works on the tabletop, right? You never know what you're going to get, and in real life you mostly don't know what you're going to get either. But Miami goes into Philadelphia, hostile environment, beats Philadelphia's top 2 pitchers, and they come out with a 2-0 series win. All right, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, click subscribe. If you like this video, or you like this content, or you just want to support whatever we're doing, click on the thumbs up. That's a super easy way. If you really like it, share it with some friends, or post it on social media, or send something, say, hey, you should check this out. I'll be putting a playlist together of all of these playoff replay videos in there, but you can watch game 1 of this series. You can watch games 1 and 2 of the Arizona at Milwaukee series as well. And this is being played with On Base Baseball. I'm using the roster sheets, so you can see the roster sheets that we have here. You can also play with cards. I just didn't want to do all the cutting and everything like that, but you can play with cards. We have every carded player for the 2023 season, every player that got into a game. So anybody who got an at-bat, and any pitcher that got into a game. It's over, I want to say it's definitely over 1,600. I want to say it's more like 1,800 plus cards, individual cards for players. So no shortage of players if you want to be doing an as-played replay, or they're separated by the number of at-bats or the number of batters faced. So by their role as a pitcher, so starting pitchers first, and then batters face second, and then you get your relievers. Batters face, is going to be by relief pitcher, and then batters face. So you get your top relievers sort of at the top, and you get your top starting pitchers at the top as well. And it's clearly labeled on the cards. You can go and check it out. If you want to learn about more seasons, I've got 1975. That's a classic season. We'll be doing more. I just put out 2004 and 2016. So if you're a Red Sox or Cubs fan, those are great years for you. And again, same thing. You can get the cards. Every player who got into a game is carded. You also get the roster sheet form as well, and you get the context-appropriate game engine chart. So there's one for the 70s for the 75 season. There's one for the 2000s for the 2004-2016 season. I think the 2016 uses this most modern one. So you can go check those out at clarkandaddisongaming.com. and look up On Base Baseball. You'll be able to find all of the seasons that are available. I'll be producing more of those seasons soon, and just kind of filling in as I have the time, filling in more seasons with that. If you have any suggestions for a season you would like to see, just put it down in the comments section below, and I'll get that out to you. The game is super easy to play, leaves a lot of room for you to homebrew some things and do some different things. You've seen me kind of seems like I'm making some things up, but really I'm just thinking through the baseball game. And it gives you sort of the freedom to create the narrative that you want to create for the game that you're playing. Gives you sort of baseline where the ball went and what happened on the play, but then you really get to be interactive with the story of the game. So a lot of fun, and easy to play in the vein. It brings together some elements of Stratomatic and APA into sort of an easy to roll dice game. Doesn't require too much, just 2 regular D6 and a D10. There's also an online roller that you can use if you don't want to use dice or it's too loud. The online roller is just a dice roller that has a true D9 on it, so you can play with the D9. You don't have to re-roll all the time with the D10. I think that's it. I will post game 1 of the AL Wildcard Series tomorrow. I'm not even real sure who it was, so it's so long ago I had to go back and look. Who did play? It wasn't Houston. I'll have to go back and look and see who it is. But we'll play out the first wildcard series. It's a best of 3 in this first round. So once we get through the AL, we'll start the NL DS, and then we'll play out those games. And then we'll just keep working our way till we get to a World Series winner. All right. I think that's it from here. Marlins win 7-5. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.